The Blood of the Ancestors, Book 1. Chapter 4, The Anomaly. Los Angeles, 3 days after Rosemarie's call. Nia had not slept in 72 hours, and the city knew it. She moved through downtown like a ghost in someone else's code. Hoodie up, copper bangles hidden under sleeves, eyes bloodshot behind sunglasses, even though the sun had barely crawled over the skyline. The Helix building loomed ahead, black glass drinking the dawn, reflecting nothing. She had come back for one thing, the anomaly file. It had started at 4.7 gigs, then 47 gigs, then 470 gigs, while she watched the numbers climb like a pulse going tachycardic. Every attempt to delete it only seeded copies deeper into dead storage, ghost partitions, decommissioned blades that had not spun in 8 years. It was not malware. It was memory with teeth. She badged in at 5:42 a.m. The lobby guard was asleep, mouth open, badge crooked. She moved past him like a shadow that had learned how to walk. 23rd floor, empty, cold, humming. Her desk waited exactly as she had left it. She woke the center monitor. The file glowed. emensa-1907-exp.tar.g-z. Size, infinite. She clicked. The screen went black. Then the desert took her. "1907, real sand under bare feet, real wind tasting of iron and old prayers." The tablet stood in front of her, black glass veined with living gold, humming the exact frequency that now lived behind her ribs. Elijah was there, not a projection, not a ghost. Him, flesh, locks, sorrow. He looked exactly as he had been the instant the light claimed him, robes half unraveled into gold, eyes burning with centuries of waiting. He smiled when he saw her, small and exhausted and proud.
"You came,"
he said in Twi.
"I don't know how,"
she answered, the language rising to her tongue like it had never left.
"You always knew,"
he said.
"You only needed permission to remember."
He guided her hand to the tablet. The current opened. She saw everything at once, but the current protected Elijah from what came after his own death. He felt only the echo, never the source. She saw the order born in London clubs, terrified of what a black man had touched and survived. She saw a boy in Port-au-Prince, 1984, hiding behind velvet while his mother tried to buy a Lawa with blood ink and corporate clauses. She saw the Lawa laugh, saw the boy's mother's spine arch until it snapped like expensive chalk, saw the boy crawl out afterward and cradle a skull that still wore his mother's smile. She saw that same boy, older now, carrying the man who would become Adrian Vale, carrying the skull through alpine snow in 1985, whispering promises of perfect silence to empty sockets that glowed faint red.
It drowns the flood, the blood remembers, the blood, the past delivers, we rise from mud.
The vision released her. She was back in the desert. Elijah's hand was still on hers, warm, steady.
"I never met that woman,"
he said quietly.
"I never knew her name until the current carried her death across decades like broken glass. But her son believes the noise we woke killed her. He has spent 40 years trying to mute the world so no lure ever laughs again."
Nia's throat closed.
"He is wrong,"
Elijah continued.
"But grief builds terrible machines."
He pressed her palm harder against the tablet.
"Finish it, Abenanya. Not for revenge, for the boy who watched his mother die and thought silence was mercy."
The desert dissolved. Nia came to on her knees in the office, palms flat on the desk, gold circuitry blazing so bright the smoke alarm screamed. The file had finished downloading. It was no longer a file, but it was a key. She felt it settle behind her eyes, behind her heart, behind her tongue. The monitors flickered once, then displayed one line in perfect Twi. The blood remembers. Now run. Alarms howled through the building. Red strobes painted the walls. She snatched her laptop, slung her bag, and sprinted for the stairwell like a woman who had just been handed the detonation codes to someone else's war. A single post-it waited on the inside of the stairwell door in her father's handwriting. They are coming. Take the stairs. She took the stairs, 23 flights down, lungs on fire, gold leaking from her skin with every footfall. She burst into the parking garage at 6:03 a.m., barefoot, hoodie half burned away, gold circuitry blazing like sunrise. The level was almost empty, only a few cars scattered like forgotten toys. Her black Mercedes GLE sat exactly where she had left it 2 nights ago, dark, silent, ordinary. She sprinted toward it. 10 feet away, 5. Black gloved hands shot out from between 2 SUVs and clamped around her arms like steel. A soft hiss at her neck. The paralytic hit faster than thought. Her knees folded. Gold light guttered under her skin, dimming to candle flame, then to ember. The last thing she saw was her own reflection in the Mercedes window. Eyes wide, mouth open in a scream that never came. The last thing she heard was boots on concrete and a heartbeat too late. The last thing she felt was the current roaring in her blood, furious and helpless. They are coming, the post-it had said. They were already here. The blood remembered, but this time it was too late.